want to tell me what happened here?
Let me introduce you to my 1986 BMW E30. I let myself and my limiting beliefs tell me that I couldn't. The reason why the entire reselling business went under was because... What is going on, everybody? RJ136. RJ136 coming at you with another video. It is gloomy. It is rainy. It does not look good outside. It just is. It is crappy weather, and I am so excited. It has been scorching hot out here in Colorado for so long, and getting some rain means a small surprise in today's video, which I'm very excited about because I've been wanting to incorporate this. So looking forward to this. But in today's video, I want to talk about something. I was separating with some business partners, and that meant that I had to have a career change, and I had to have a career change very, very fast. And we talked about a little bit of some of the details on what happened and where my life was and all of this. The thing is that I ended up choosing full-time reselling. In today's video, I'm going to go into why I chose full-time reselling as well as taking you along with my day as we source some items to find and flip on eBay, Depop, and Poshmark. But we're going to grab breakfast and we're going to get into today's video because this is one I'm actually pretty excited about. Why did I choose this career path? I don't know. We're gonna find out. You gotta hang out in the video. That's the whole point why you clicked on the video, hopefully. Unless you're like, oh, why did I get here? Just hang out for a little bit, you know? Might as well. But let's go get breakfast. Today for breakfast, we have the piece de resistance. I don't even know if that's how you're supposed to say it, but that's how I've said it my whole life. But it is a Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwich. Let me put you on something. There's people in this world that don't do Chick-fil-A breakfast. You are missing out on a lot, my friend. Now, this is a treat. You don't do this every day, but we just so happen to run out of breakfast, and I'm not going to the store to go get breakfast. Are you kidding me? But this right here is a grilled chicken sandwich. It has cooled off a little bit, so it's a little bit colder, but it's a grilled chicken sandwich with cheese. Now, yes, before all of you calorie counters start freaking out in the comments, I get it. I get it. What I'm about to do is about to add to the calories of the grilled chicken part, but it's okay. It's I don't overdo it, but I take a little bit of Chick-fil-A sauce, okay? And I just go a little bit right there. Okay, and it changes the whole sandwich. My dad always says, you want to change your life? That's usually when I'm gonna eat something spicy, but this is not spicy. But here we go, first bite, best bite. If you guys saw my full morning routine video, you'll see that every morning I try to avoid my phone as long as possible. Make it a little bit of a game where I just try to not be on it. It kind of works out where I can be on it, not be on it longer than normal. I've been awake for a little over an hour. I haven't even touched my phone at all today. We're about to dive into the phone today to see what sales were done. I accepted an offer. Sometimes eBay gets really weird where I don't, when I accept an offer, that it doesn't go through. And I don't understand why it does that when that's like an eBay thing. I don't know. A much smaller day for sales today. Like I said, I accepted an offer that did not go through yet. So I should have 3 sales today, but we only have 2 that are going out on eBay. I have a Y2K Volcom hoodie here. Bam, there you go. That's going out for $22. And then I have a Tommy Bahama button-up shirt, bam, going out for $19.54. Like I said, I accepted an offer. I got these new with tag Levi premium salvage jeans. Actually, Nadia found those at the bins. And I have them listed for 110. I think someone sent me an offer for 80. I accepted it, but obviously it did not go through. So we'll have to see what's going on with that. Posh, so let's take a look over at Poshmark today. We've got also 2 sales going out on Poshmark. We sold our Mother Tomcat jeans for $40. I did take an offer on this one. Mother jeans are a great bolo. The second I saw that tag in the bins, I grabbed that ish. And we got some Volcom Vortra jeans. These guys are going out for $19. I do pick up Volcom jeans from time from time to time. They're definitely a better buy at the bins than at thrift stores. With that background, I can tell you that that was probably a thrift store buy, and I'm not making a lot of money on that, but that money has been sitting for at least 4 months, so happy to get that one out. And then for Depop, let's take a look at what we've got on Depop today. We did make a sale or two. I do have a couple offers. Now, here's my thing on Depop, and oh my gosh, Depop, I can see the potential in Depop. I really, really, really can. The one thing with Depop is their offers. It's just like old eBay. If anyone's been reselling for a long time on eBay, I'm running into this problem ironically still on eBay. But when I accept an offer, old time on eBay, it would just say pending, I forgot what it'd say, like pending payment or payment, awaiting payment or something like that. Luckily eBay's fixed it, but Depop has not. So right now I have 3 offers on Depop. I accepted 2 offers, right? There's a great chance that they're not gonna buy these offers, and I just accept them. Now what's nice is that it's not taking it off my store, at least I think, but if Depop was just, and Poshmark is probably the best with offers. If I accept an offer, it gets accepted and I move on. Okay, so what sold on Depop? We have one order that went out. It was a pair of chubby shorts. We got these, actually Nadia found these a couple days ago at the bins. 5 items going out today, so not a crazy sale day, but you know, a little bit below average, so I'm still pretty happy. Let me finish this up though. So yesterday I spent most of the day actually getting rid of some old items and some bulk items that I had that just were burning a hole in my pocket or store, for lack of a better term, and it was not helping. So I went to Boulder and dropped off a bunch of stuff at Plato's Closet. I had some extra things that I took to Plate Against Sports. If you guys don't know what those are basically places that you could just take bulk clothing and they'll pay for what you're getting. Now, you're not gonna get eBay prices by any means on these things. Got the golf clubs and I made 30 bucks, I think, on them. So it's like $0 into 30. I was pretty happy. And then I think all together with all of the clothes that I got, I probably made maybe $150, and that's pretty solid for things that are not going to sell on eBay or that I'm not going to list on eBay, that it's just not worth it. I had a bad bulk buy, I'm not going to lie, not too long ago, where I just bought a bunch of things. I bought like a ton of clothing for like $100. Maybe I made my money back, but I don't really think I did, and if I did, I didn't make that much back. So now technically I have now made my money back on that. I'm gonna get dressed, we're gonna get ready today. No. Massive stain on this shirt. Where I was talking about the actual reason why I went full-time into reselling, I actually got 2 comments that I wanted to bring here. Here, let me like these first off. There we go. So the first one said, can you make a video on how to properly print labels, shipping, packaging, etc.? I'm gonna go over that in just a second here. And then someone said, could you go over the 1-day ship and handling time versus 2-day? I'm considering putting my eBay store on 1 business day. Thank you. So first off, thank you guys so much for the comments. We'll start with the 1-day shipping thing. And then I'll show you exactly how I print and label and do that whole thing. I'll go over the process. Normally that's like a B-roll section, but this one I'll be more educational for you guys. First off, the reason why I do 1 day handling time is a couple of reasons. Sheer volume. So like right now, for example, I have to ship out 5 items today, but there'll be a day that I'm going to be shipping out, 30 items in a single day. And so I don't want to have to span that out over 3 days. I'll have to ship out 90 things on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or ship out 30 things. But the most important thing about that is the buyer experience. The buyers look at when they're looking at an item, and if they see that the estimated delivery time is going to be shorter than another item that they're looking at, or it says ships in 1 day, and they see that on the item, then that's going to make it a lot better for them. And they're going to be more inclined to want to buy. So let's say I wanted to buy some Levi 501 jeans. So this person here is selling these Levi mid-rise 501s. If I scroll down, it will tell me that the estimated delivery time is going to be June 30th to July 28th. June 30th is my birthday, by the way, in case you were wondering. Find an item in my store, and then let's click on it and see what the user experience is like. These Wrangler pants say that it's going to get here by June 29th. So it's just a 1 day difference. But because I have this 1 day delivery time, I automatically am going to win over that other person. And if it's a weekend, it's going to be even longer, yada, yada. So it helps out my stuff to be able to get that there much quicker. In my opinion, I think it's better to do that if you can handle it. If you can't handle it, that's a different story. Some people are working 9 to 5s and they just simply can't do 1 day shipping. Then don't do 1 day shipping. But it has only helped me. I'll never forget when I changed to 1 day shipping, my sales just started changing and going much faster because people want their stuff faster. We're all impatient here. Why does Amazon have Amazon Prime? Because you can get your thing in the same day, if not the next day, super quick. So that's kind of why I try to do it as fast as I can and get it to the buyer as fast as humanly possible. Next, here's how I ship, if anybody's interested in how I do this. Right behind me here is my entire eBay store. So we've got about 1,000 something items behind me, and they're all skewed. So you can see here, if I'm looking for 1551, so I got 1485, 1504, 1517, 1529, we're getting close. This one's over 1551, so I'm gonna look into this box, and 1551 is right here. And so I would pull 1551. Let's do an actual example of something that's sold. We'll show you the whole process of how I do this. We had this Y2K hoodie sold that I was showing you earlier, $12.65. So I'm gonna go find the 12s. 12, 12, 12. I'm in the 1200s. This is exactly 1200. That worked out too perfect. 1229, 1260. This number is over 1260. It says 1280, so I know it's gonna be here. Scroll through, and there's my 1265. So I'll pull this item here, plop her down. As you can see, this is my oldest one. Shout out SKU number 1. I don't know if this thing is ever gonna sell, but we'll see. And then it goes all the way down here to, like I said, we have higher SKUs upstairs, but this one goes to 1821. And then I got these shelves at Costco. I think they're like $30, $35 or something like that. But it works out really good for my garage setup. So eventually this will fill up, and then we'll have to start taking up this middle spot here, do some rearranging. That's where Nadia will crush and help out for sure. Depop. Our Depop, we had one sale. I'm still trying to figure out Depop, so don't take me as a subject matter expert, but this is what I'm doing so far. So for some reason, Depop doesn't show you the SKU. I don't know if that's a setting or something that I need to put in. So I have to go and click on the actual order itself and then scroll, and we're at 1791. Guy out. 1791 right here. So what happens when you get boxes that are too empty? When boxes start to really empty themselves, you can see that this box right here has a bunch of room in there. And what do? That's when I do something called consolidating. So basically I just take all what's in this box and we'll combine these two boxes. And yes, it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's still in numerical order, so it's going to be less confusing. So I have 1, 12, 15, 32, but it's still in numerical order. So the smallest number will be here, second, third, and then so on, and it goes its way down. On to shipping the items here. So we're gonna show you how I ship out this Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirt that we've got. So there's a couple things that I wanna break down. We'll go over onto the phone cam from time to time so you guys can see what I'm actually doing. So let's hop over to it right now. So in here, we can see our Tommy Bahama thing. I'm in my shipping thing. I'm gonna hit Get Shipping Label. Pretty straightforward on that. Once it loads, come on, it's gonna show me this screen here. So I have this scale. I don't know what brand this is, honestly. I got it at a thrift store, but this is how I weigh out all of my items. Evened out to 10 ounces perfectly. But it's not gonna be 10 ounces because we've got our little thing here that's gonna make it 10.3 ounces realistically. So what I'm gonna do is I always just round up, and I'm gonna do 11 ounces. I'd rather round up than under round. My dimensions here says 13 by 12 by 10. That's automatically kind of put in there, but it's gonna be 13 by 10 by 1. This is my medium poly bags. I've always had this. It's never gonna be bigger than this. And usually when I get that extra stuff, it's not gonna charge me that much difference. So it's not gonna be that much more expensive. And having to measure every single thing, it saves time. Now, if I have a bigger box or I use one of these bigger ones, I always measure it. I'm glad I saw that. That almost fell. That would have been a problem. Now, the thing about picking carriers is that if you only have a USPS near you, then you're just gonna pick USPS. You only have a UPS, whatever. But I am lucky enough to have a actual service nearby me that they can do any of these. So I always just pick the cheapest one, and then you click buying shipping label. Now, as this loads, it takes a second to load sometimes, but I will just package up my item here. If you guys want these poly bags, there is a link in my description. It's a referral link on Amazon of the exact poly bags that I use and some of the other stuff that I use in here too. So feel free to click in on that. So after I get that and I have sealed this baby up, I try to make the package have a little bit of air in it. I'll explain why here in a second. So what we do is I will click print, click this print button here, and it's gonna pop up this little printing thing, and I simply print out the label. Now you guys have seen in a couple other videos that I've talked about this specific label printer here. It's an Amazon specific label, and I'm not linking this, and I'm not gonna even shout it out because this is the worst label I've ever used in my life. I'm not gonna lie. This label will just time itself out and just stop working. It just like shows this red thing just saying that it's off and it's not working. And from time to time, especially on days like Monday where I'm shipping out, last Monday, I think I shipped out like 35, 38 items. And this thing timed itself out like 3 times. You can imagine how much of a waste of time it is for me to unplug everything, turn it off, and then I have to sit here and just sit for a long time. Sometimes it's 30 seconds, sometimes it's 5 minutes, and then I'll reprint it, and then I have to re-upload and do it's an absolute nightmare. So now I just click print, out comes my nice fancy label, and now that it's out here, take it out. Now here's why I put air into my bag, is because I am going to make this bag as flat as possible. So that way, let me cover up the addresses here. This bar needs to have no wrinkles in it. That's what one of the employees from USPS told me. So because there's no wrinkles in it now, it'll scan easier. I won't get it bounced back to me. It just makes my life a whole lot easier. And then I have my little IKEA bag. Toss her into the IKEA bag. Pretty straightforward. We're gonna take you guys on a little adventure today. Something that you guys have yet to see on the channel, but technically you haven't not seen it on the channel. Let me show you. let me introduce you to my 1986 BMW E30. She's got some issues to her, but actually this car has been on this channel for a very, very, very long time. Introducing my new 1986 BMW 325 E30. This is one of my dream cars, obviously the M3 version, but this is one of my dream cars. So it's kind of cool to say that I own two of my dream cars right now. eBay taillights. You can see the reflection of you. What's that?
How many times you jack this thing up?
A couple times a day.
A couple times a day?
Yeah, pretty much. I've actually had it for almost 6 years. Nadia and I took our first ever like real date in this car 5.5 years ago. There's just so many memories to this car that I love that I have needed to incorporate into the channel like ASAP. And so I'd like you to meet her. She doesn't have a name really, but it's just my car and I love it a lot, and it has a lot of work that needs to get done, and I'd love to show that. This car right here is a really big point on today's video. It's why I decided to choose this path of reselling and not trying to start another business or go into some other career. I would always tell myself that like a big time business owner didn't have time to get into cars. Speaking of which, look at that baby. Woo! That's kind of cool. I think that's a kit car. I have no idea. I let myself and my limiting beliefs tell me that I couldn't make car YouTube unless I was working on a car, putting a big budget into a car, or what have you. And there's car YouTubers that have success doing that. Don't get that mixed up. The older this car gets, I can't really take it to the bins because I don't want to get stuck in downtown Denver in the middle of traffic and this thing break down. That would not be fun at all. So I have to take the Mazda for those reasons. But I wanted to get into full-time reselling so I could have the time to feel like a person again. I've lost myself in business, and we see this so much in business culture where you just have to be this guy that only cares about business, that only thinks about business, and business is your life. And that, I'm not talking about how to be successful in business. That's not what I'm talking about at all. It makes it worth it. It makes it all make sense when I get to show more of that. And there's so much more that goes into this. There's a lot more decisions than just cars. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna lie, there's parts of me that last week I was like, how can I incorporate my E30 into a video? This is how. You wanna tell me what happened here? Oh, Stells, what did you do? You wanna tell me what happened? You know, having an 8-year-old German Shepherd is just like having a 1-year-old German Shepherd. I got Stella when she was a puppy, and some things just never changed. This being one of them. She just gets into stuff. I don't understand, but you can see she feels guilty. But then that's gonna last 5 seconds. Okay, so we had to stop back at home so I can switch the cars out. It's just, the E30 does not work in Denver traffic, I'll just tell you that much. And then I had to switch battery cameras. Some people asked what camera I have. This is the Insta360 Ace Pro 1. So I don't know if the Ace Pro 2 has this, but there's a couple things that I love this camera, don't get me wrong, I love the camera, but there's a couple things that I have about this camera. One, it is only 10:01 on the dot for me, and my camera battery is almost dead. So I had to come back to get a camera battery. Luckily, my home was on the way to the bins. But if you guys ever hear in some of the other videos, especially when I'm driving, I'm gonna be curious if it shows up on the E30 vlog too. But when I'm in my car, the microphone goes in and out, and it almost sounds like someone's putting their thumb over the microphone. And I'm not. I don't know why it does that. Of working a specific set hours. I could do a whole mic setup, but it's just so much extra to get the mic set up, so I don't know. But we gotta get going to the bins here. We're not desperate for items, but a couple things that I really like to do is just always have extra items. I post 13 items a day, but I take pictures of 19, so then I can schedule out on the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And so I just like having extra items. Like right now, technically, I don't need to source. I have enough items where I can just list it all today. Then Friday, I would be more pressured to get more stuff at the bins. So just kind of like being ahead of things, because I have enough to post today, but I don't have enough to post on Friday. What's today? Today is Thursday. So I'd have enough to post Thursday, wouldn't have enough to post on Friday. So I'm trying to get ahead of it, so then that way, I'd rather just have the items there. And if today is a slow day, I'm not like stressed about getting stuff. So for example, yesterday, I didn't need to source, which was a really nice thing to have, because then it gave me more time to put things on the Depop, to do more admin work, and all sorts of things like that. So that was just really helpful. But that leads me into a question that I wanted to ask you. What do you guys like seeing the most in these vlogs? Do you like the Nadia content? Do you like now more car content? Do you guys like the bins content, what I'm buying, what I'm selling? I want to be able to showcase more of just the differences. And obviously I like doing the B-roll edits and things like that. But do you guys like when I go on long tangents on things and you guys get to hear my thought process on the whole thing? Do you guys just like when I take you to the bins and show you what I'm getting at the bins and how much they sell for, or what is selling? I'm curious on that. This is me asking the audience to give you more of what you enjoy seeing. Let's get to the bins. Maybe we will find another find of the whole year, or just a bunch of bread and butter stuff. We'll see. But I'll pick you guys up at the bins.
How much? Did you say 50? No.
The bins are an interesting place. Again, guys, I apologize. If this microphone starts going in and out again, that's just that, it just does that. And I don't know, I do need to set up the whole mic, but then I have to like put on the mic and do the whole thing. It's a lot of extra stuff. So I'm sorry if it goes in and out. I'll do my best to edit around it or talk a little bit louder. There's a lot of high school kids, I'm assuming high school kids, that like to show up and, you know, they get clothes. I mean, it's a great deal. It's a really good deal. But when rotation happens, there's pretty strict rules that people have to wait and then go. And then you don't really put your hands into the bins until they tell you to go. And these kids started grabbing out some stuff that I wanted. I was like, dude, like, what are we doing here? And they did not like that, let's just say. But it's totally okay. That happens. We're competitive at the bins, and I can understand that, you know, if you're a kid and you want to get something cool, or maybe something you can sell on Facebook or whatever, like, of course, go after it, go get that bread. But it gets very competitive. It's not for the non-competitive person, I will say. I try not to get too aggressive because, you know, one thing's not going to change my whole life. But at the same time, you kind of have to stand your ground from time to time inside of there. Some of the reasons why I think that, why I went full-time into this and why I made the choice. I made the choice consciously. It was not a simple choice. And, you know, I'm putting a big risk on even just making videos and putting it out there into the world on talking about how difficult full-time can be and the lifestyle of full-time. But I want to be just transparent. I want people to see what it looks like, see the day-to-day, and why I choose this every day. This is not for everybody, but I really like it. So let me get back, let me get to listing here, and when I will get into showing what I am gonna list today, and I don't know where I was going with that. I'll see you back at home. Can I get the... Trying a new energy drink today. It is the Kirkland energy drink. That was good. And then we got there's this new thing at Taco Bell that's really good. It's called a chicken avocado stacker. I'm getting hungry. First bite, best bite. Here we go. This is good. This is really good. See? Look at that. I met somebody that watches the vlogs. Bruno, I'm pretty sure your name was. I'm so sorry if that's not what your name was, but I'm pretty sure it was Bruno. What's up, man? It was nice meeting you. Like, he's been doing this full time for some years and was giving me a lot of great pointers and was talking about, like, take the time and do the things that I need to do to be able to get this business to where it needs to be. Normally, when I would hear that, I'm just like, I don't have time to do that. And I would go all out on trying to figure out how I can make money as fast as possible to grow in a month because everybody makes 10K a month in 3 weeks. When he said that to me today, I was actually just like really at peace with knowing that it's okay if certain things are gonna take time in this business. I was doing real estate and it took me 8 months to get my first deal. 8 months. And it was not a big deal at all. And I remember being like, man, I really hate this. And I didn't want to do another 8 months to get another deal. It didn't take us 8 months to get the next deal, but just thinking about how long it took and how much struggle there was in that business, I didn't love real estate enough to want to continue to do real estate. Where in this business, and the reason why another great reason why I chose this business was because I like this business enough to be able to be patient with certain things. The reality of this business is that I can make $1 in a day, right? And where in real estate, it took a lot longer. When you're working with higher ticket stuff, sometimes it takes longer to be able to do some of those things. So to make $1 faster in this business did kind of help out a lot for me. And that was a big kind of push me over the edge of like, at least I know I can make some money in this business long enough to be able to survive. But I think one of the things is that looking back, I was just really like, man, when he said that, I was totally at peace just being like, hey, it's okay if it's going to take time to grow this business the right way and to do YouTube the right way and to just do these weekly videos every Monday, by the way, set your calendar, to do these weekly videos and to look and go, I am okay with the growth because I'm seeing some growth and I'm letting myself just be like excited when I see a certain amount of growth or when I see scaling. Obviously understanding that summer is going to be a little bit slower than most months, but just doing the right steps and being patient with this. I couldn't do in other businesses. I don't know why, but with every other business that I chased, I just wanted to be in there fast and in and out. I didn't enjoy any of the conversations I was having. I didn't enjoy anything about it. Where in this business, I genuinely enjoy talking about the brands, looking at Bolo videos. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. There's definitely days where it feels like work. You know, today wasn't the best day ever. You guys saw a few of the things that I got at the bins today. It wasn't like I found something that was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got this. And I didn't walk away with a massive cart full of stuff, but I was happy enough that I'm just like, today was an average day. And today for sales so far has been an average day. It hasn't made me be like, this is the craziest thing ever. But I enjoyed enough to go through some of these like slower days, especially when days are kind of rough, to enjoy this enough to push through. I don't think that it needs to be your passion or that you need to love every second of it or whatever, but I just like it enough to keep going at this. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. We've got ourselves a pair of Ralph Lauren Total Comfort pants. Nothing crazy, but a good enough resale. And I found like a bunch of these in one bin. I love finding that. I got that today with some J. Crew pants that were like 40% sell-through rate and sold for like 25 bucks. Jumping on that ish all day long. What I want to get into is just really why I feel like that this business, I'm just talking about me, first of all. It doesn't have to be for you or whatever the case is, but realistically why I chose this business to go full-time, because there's a couple other decisions I could have made. I definitely could have made the decision to go to a different job and probably make a healthy amount of money. I'm getting married this year. We had to make a choice, and to be able to have a job that paid right away, that I'm not having to, do extra work on or whatever, made sense. To the average brain, that makes a lot of sense. But to me, I don't know. That's not something that I felt like that God was calling me to do. And so far, I'm kind of glad that I've made this decision. I think one decision I'm not happy about right now is the fact that I have to go pick up Nadia really soon here. We might be doing some Facebook Marketplace deals, so I'll get to show you guys some of that. And I want to do my best to show you some of these listings, but sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, when I edit this portion, when I'm taking photos and talking, it gets longer than it needs to be. And so I don't want to have a 2-hour long vlog for you guys, unless you really want that, but I just also don't have the time to edit that. We're doing our best to move and roll as fast as we can, falling a little bit behind, but I really just love the fact that I have a chance to do YouTube and to do reselling and to follow all of these paths, where if I just took a regular job, I could still go back into the business world. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that I did this the right way. I quit my job with no real business lined up. I quit my job with an idea of a business with 0 clients lined up and 0 way on how to really execute that the right way. So that didn't really help me out a whole lot. So when I make these videos about going full-time or being full-time inside of reselling, I take certain things with a grain of salt because I'm talking about my personal experience and not what you need to do. These are Carhartt pants, by the way. These are really good bins buys. A lot of Carhartt pants don't work super well, but some do, especially when I'm getting them at the bins. The hard thing is that a lot of thrift stores are pricing Carhartt pants at like $15 because they just see a Carhartt logo and think that they should be worth that. And sometimes that's more close to eBay pricing than it is anything else. The story of me quitting my old 9-to-5 job wasn't the greatest of ideas that I've ever done, by far. It definitely hurt me more than it helped me because I didn't have a whole lot of massive businesses lined up, or, like, oh man, this business is doing so well and it's so busy that I have to quit my job. That wasn't the case. I kind of got very blessed and lucky to take the leap that I did inside of this business, and why I enjoy doing this full time is because I had some of the things lined up that worked out really well. It's not like I had $8 million in the bank or $10,000 in the bank ready to just blow onto this business, but I'm also taking risks, and sometimes I think that is something that you need to do because there is a balance, and I struggled with the balance of when do you take action and when do you not take action. You've probably heard of the term analysis paralysis, and there's a lot of people that fall under that, where they're just like, I want to do this so bad, but I've never done it before. And I didn't want to be one of those people. Let's be honest, I was one of those people for a long time when I would tell people, yeah, I want to be this someday and I want to be a business owner someday, and I wasn't really doing any necessary steps to do that except for thinking about it and watching a YouTube video that got me motivated. That's not what's going to get a business going. On the other end of it, I did take a massive leap of faith and action that probably made things take a little bit longer than it needed to because business was tough in a lot of these different businesses that I took. There's a balance between analysis paralysis and taking necessary steps. These are Levi 569 jeans. Love these jeans. Most of them have a good sell-through rate and they sell pretty quick for me at least, so I like getting Levi 569s. There's a world of people that don't do a lot of action and say a lot of things. There's also a world of people that do too much action and don't take time to think. There was a guy that I worked with a long time ago that built a pretty big brand on social media, and he was talking about how there's a lot of big business owners that take time to think on things. And that's a very tough piece of advice to give certain people, because then some people that are in the analysis paralysis phase only think and they do no action. But then you have the other action people, where I was struggling with, where all I did was want to start a new business or try something different or fill up my time with something that I kind of hurt myself. We got to pick up Nadia. I'm running late. I was only able to show you a few items that we got. And then if we have time, I'll show you the Facebook Marketplace deals. We got some good Facebook Marketplace stuff that we could take and put back into the reselling business, but most of our Facebook Marketplace stuff we are actually doing for saving for our wedding and the honeymoon. And it's been helping out a lot. So I should probably showcase that a little bit more. So let's do that. Let's yeah, we'll figure that out.
We're not moving. Hey, if it rains today, you better not keep it up. Get a good sleep as you.
That's me either.
This is still gonna be nice though. The light, you know. Heavier.
It should
at
fit
work.
in the car. Okay, we'll leave this here for now.
Oh yeah, I'll wipe.
We're doing some Facebook deals around the house, which is every piece of advice that every reseller gives people is like, look around your house and you can sell stuff. First sip, best sip. This is the Peach Kirkland energy drink.
Ooh, is it cold? If it's warm, I'll go. Bleh.
It's been out. And
That's actually tasty. Shout out to Reese. I love being RJ's assistant. Let's go get a new box and put this where it needs to be. Got the box for you.
beautiful. Oh, you're not even on me. You're way off. You're showing this.
Hi, Stella.
It's okay, we're working on it.
I know, I'm pretty good with recording.
Yeah, you're good at it?
Yeah.
What'd you guys talk about while I was gone?
Well, I forgot the box.
Uh-oh. Oh, frick.
And cut. Say cash or back. Like, it's such a simple desk.
Fit. Please fit. Please fit. Uh-oh. They said they're in a what? What are they driving?
Or a RAV.
RAV4?
I don't talk to strangers. Nope.
Here, we're rich. Here, we're rich. Those e-bikes, man, I swear. What do you think about Facebook Marketplace deals?
It's like you have to get lucky.
What do you mean?
So, because it's, well, it's me right now. 20 minutes later. All right, are we meeting? Yep. 10 minutes later, are we meeting?
Oh,
No,
yes.
no response.
Yes, yes.
Are we still meeting? Hello?
Yes.
Nope. Okay.
For my reseller friends that do Facebook Marketplace, it's not the perfect thing in the world. I mean, it's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of people saying they're gonna meet up with you and then they disappear. I guess that there's two things I struggle with in Facebook Marketplace, just being consistent with it because I know people aren't taking it very serious, so sometimes I don't. I like Facebook Marketplace just for the sheer fact of just like quick cash, but at the same time, you're still holding on to stuff. So I will never say no to a Facebook Marketplace deal. It's just not the most fun thing in the world.
The desk is gone. Wow.
Look, guys, the desk is gone. How did we do that?
Disappear.
Whoa, we're magic, right?
I'm just messing. I'm making it awkward on purpose.
Purpose. Yeah.
Let's get ice cream.
Let's go get ice cream.
Ooh, don't forget.
So our apartment is doing free ice cream day, and somebody is very excited. But, oh, I guess we're running there. I'm not running there. Okay, maybe I should run there. Okay, we're running.
Right here.
Oh yeah. You see little bunny? I don't think they'll be able to see him. Free. I thought she was talking like E30 date. Go take the E30 to get Dairy Queen.
Watch us be the only ones there. Where's the ice cream? Oh, our first.
They're like, oh, you're the first people over 5 getting ice cream. Thought the day was over. It's definitely not. We have a massive storm coming in. Holy cow. We gotta get going and get this little guy out of here. So let's go get it. Bam. where should I go take this? And just like that, we are $40 richer. I'm listening to a Zoom call and reselling and doing a lot of things at the same time here and driving. I probably shouldn't be doing this. So I'm gonna put you guys down and pick you back up at home. And just like that, we are, I almost forgot the numbers, 20, 40, $65 richer. This is kind of the cool thing about, I was just thinking about this. We're doing a side hustle in what is a side hustle that is also our business. It's almost a little challenge because we have this wedding to save up for. Maybe I should make a separate video on this subject altogether. Obviously our wedding's closer, like we shouldn't be starting saving now. We've already done a lot of back and forth being our wedding is so soon, but just stuff like this, even if it's on a part-time level, I've always just respected reselling and how it works. Oh, Stella wants a feature. Oh. Nope, never mind. Reselling was one of those things that always took me out of something hard. And I think that's an obvious sign that I should have done it forever ago. In like 2018, I dislocated my knee. So my kneecap got stuck out this way. I would show a picture, but YouTube would probably demonetize it, and it was terrible. And I was like, okay, never again am I gonna deal with that. Well then fast forward to 2021, I do the same thing on this knee. It took me longer to recover, and it was just a really, really bad time. I was just stuck at home. I was sad. I was feeling sorry for myself, the whole 9 yards. And I stumbled across a video by Gary Vee called Trash Talk. And I'm sure every reseller has come across these Trash Talk series that Gary Vee has. And he was talking about how somebody can actually make a living by selling things on eBay. And it started this craziness because he was talking about like buying a Matchbox thing or a Hot Wheels and selling it for $3 on eBay, even though you got it for 3 cents. Your ROI is so much. There's different nuances that is much different than I would not be selling Hot Wheels for $3 because you're gonna need a lot of those. But the cool thing is it started this thing. I sparked the idea of going to a thrift store. And then I started going to thrift stores with Nadia and just using the extra money I had from my 9-to-5 job to go to thrift stores to look for things to flip. And I was running this business out of my closet. I don't even know if I was making money. The first thing I ever sold was a car cleaning product, which was so cool too. I fell in love with it. It pulled me out of being by myself. It pulled me out of this sadness that I was in. And I constantly, every time that things got hard, I would get into reselling just for supplemental income, but just the fact of doing it and the fun treasure hunt aspect of this whole thing, it just pulled me out into this like fun side of things where I enjoyed it. So I was doing Uber, reselling out of a storage unit, and real estate all at the same time. And I would always tell Nadia, I'm like, man, if this real estate thing ever fell through, I would just go all in on reselling. And I always wanted to do that. The reason why I chose it, to cap this whole video all together, the reason why I went all in on reselling is because the cards were always laid out for me to do it. Every time something bad happened, I went into reselling part-time to get me out of it, and then I would go chase some other dopamine thing, and it was reselling all along. And so now here we are. Oh, okay, before we end it, I have to show you guys the thing that Nadia got. Do we make a separate video on it?
Yes.
Cliffhanger?
What is the word? Yeah, the suspense.
The suspense. Okay, never mind. That's a cliffhanger. Nadia found a crazy thing at the bins, and we'll have to show it in next video. Hopefully it sells by then. We're doing some research. It looked like some of these were selling in 4 days.
Okay. It's You gotta cut it.
Oh, and then I have to cut it there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You like it?
I love that idea. That's perfect. I love the intros. I love to do this. I don't know if you guys see, it's like my signature at this point in the intros is that at the start of every video, I'll say something crazy and it'll like cut it off. I should say it at the end of this video, and then at the start of the video, it'll make sense. So I'll be like, the reason why the entire reselling business went under was because, and then I'll cut it right there. So now that everybody that watched the end of it, they'll see at the start of this video, they'll go, what happened? This is crazy. But then you're gonna know it was just me joking, talking about the intro. I hope you guys are laughing, because I thought that was funny. Did you think that was funny? Yeah, Nadia thought it was funny. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. We do weekly videos every single Monday, so hit the subscribe button. Come join us. Come watch us in this whole journey of reselling and trying to make this thing work and trying to pay for our wedding and trying to get Nadia to do this full time. The whole thing. Come join us. Hang out. We're a pretty cool group, you and I. Anyways, thanks guys so much for hanging out with us. Have an amazing day. God bless. Peace out. Bam.